Hey everybody, Accidental Grenade here, and welcome to 2017. So first and foremost, I wanted to say Happy New Year. So I hope you and yours had a safe and enjoyable New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and I'm looking forward to 2017. And in that spirit, I wanted to post kind of a different vlog today, maybe looking back in retrospective on 2016 and looking forward to 2017, and just talk about the channel, where it is now, where I see it going, my life in general too. So 2016 for me was a big year. I got engaged. So in January, if you guys watch my videos, you probably hear Casey a lot. If you've seen the streams on Twitch, she's often sitting right here in the chair next to me. And I got engaged in January. I proposed to Casey. I have a tradition of making her breakfast every weekend. So one morning I brought her breakfast and some gifts and a ring, and I proposed to her. It was nice and quiet, the way we like it. We're not, stadium proposal type people, but she said yes. And that's the biggest news of my life so far, and definitely the biggest news of 2016. I continued going to graduate school in 2016, so I'm also pursuing a master's degree in computer science. So I go to night classes in addition to my normal 40-hour plus a week job, and pursuing the degree is going well. We'll talk more about that for the 2017 future, but 2016 passed all the classes and grades were good, and just finishing up the degree hopefully. And regarding like content creation, in 2016, I focused on, over the summer especially, I focused on Twitch as a creator. And that was a mixed bag, actually. So a lot of you joined me in streams, and I really like streaming, but it's a big time commitment, and especially with work, it takes up these big chunks of time. Whereas YouTube, the nice thing about YouTube is, as someone who is extremely busy, I can just knock out a YouTube video here and there anytime, just when I have the energy, even if it's like super late at night. Whereas Twitch, it really benefits from sticking to like a very strict schedule, so that people know when you're going to be streaming, know when to show up, know when to clear their schedule so they can hang out. And I really do want to revisit Twitch, but I think just by necessity, it might have to be something that's really not full-fledged until further down the road as a creator. If I can make it happen, I'll still do streams here and there, and I want to do that. But in some ways, I think it was kind of a failed experiment. The growth wasn't huge. Twitch is harder to make it, I think, if you're not well known. Whereas YouTube, a lot of people will seek out smaller YouTubers more often. Little things like that. A lot of things combined, as well as just like compensation. If you're not a Twitch streamer partner, you don't get compensation from Twitch other than donations from the generous people in my chat, which I did get, and I'm super happy to have received. And I did use GameWisp subscriptions to kind of counteract for that, but just pales in comparison, basically, to YouTube. And I'm not trying to say I'm entirely money motivated, but as someone who's trying to maybe someday consider the transition to being a content creator full time, it's an important factor. So I experimented with that. On the YouTube channel front, grew a lot. So YouTube Analytics here tells me that I had 943 subscribers in 2016, 186,000 views, and 1,080,000 or so minutes of watch time, which was the one that really blew my mind. Having my YouTube channel associated with like 1 million of anything is just kind of cool. And I really have been enjoying making YouTube content again. It's been sporadic because when I'm in grad school, the channel basically dies, but I stick with it and make content when I can, and then it spikes back up in the breaks or in summer and things like that. So, so the growth was good, I think, for the amount of content I was able to produce, and I'm looking forward to hopefully being able to produce more, be more consistent, especially once school is done. So that's 2016, and 2016 was a big year for me, as you can tell. I mean, getting engaged, school keeps going, job keeps going, YouTube keeps going. So I'm glad you're all here with me. I'm really enjoying being a creator. Let's talk about 2017 and what 2017 looks like moving forward. So I'll get married in 2017, which again is I'm sorry, far bigger news than anything you guys could provide me. I hope I'm not offending anyone by saying that. Yeah, I'll be getting married in this coming summer, and I'm super excited. Despite wedding planning is not exactly something I'm thrilled about or having a lot of fun with, and neither is she. But we're getting through it, and it's just a thing. You check the boxes, you get it done. But we're super excited to just be married to each other and go on a honeymoon and spend our lives together. So I couldn't be more excited. About that, for sure. I'll also hopefully graduate from school with my master's degree. So that is just huge for me as a personal, academic accomplishment, for possible job options in the future, as well as for the channel. I think being graduated is going to free up so much time. When I'm not in school, I remember what it's like to have free time and to be able to come home and actually make YouTube videos or stream if I want to, and not have things hanging over my head, homework and projects and all of that. So it's going to be a tough year because it's my last classes, which are some of the hardest classes, and the graduation project to cap it all off is going to be a doozy, but we're going to get through it, and I'm going to be graduated at the end of 2017, and then so that's really more news about 2018, because 2018 will be the year that I'm really freed from the graduate school shackles. But really looking forward to graduating in addition to getting married. So on the YouTube channel front, I think we're probably going to put Twitch to the side a little bit, or on the content creation side, we're going to put Twitch to the side a little bit, just out of those necessity factors that I said earlier. I will stream and look to stream when I can, and maybe even with some regularity over the summer. It all depends on what we need to focus on, but I'm going to be focusing on creating videos on YouTube that bring in views. I love doing Let's Plays, and those I plan to continue when I can and as much as I can, but videos like how-tos for Afterbirth or Anti-Birth or Enter the Gungeon or whatever. The item spotlights, for instance. I've only ever done, I think, 3 of those, but those are very popular. People like to look those up and find them. And videos that really bring in high view counts are important, because those are the ones that actually, I don't know if everyone knows how YouTube works, but money on YouTube comes from views. It doesn't really come from subscribers. If you have 1 million subscribers but only bring in 20,000 views per month or whatever, you're not actually bringing in money. And I don't, you may think this is you selling out. You're free to think so, but that's an important thing for a channel to grow, and for a creator to be able to consider moving to content creation full time, which is, again, down the road for me. I don't think that's for instance not a goal of 2017. But having videos that produce views allows you to more readily consider that jump, make changes to the channel, use that money to pour it back into the channel, improve the channel, and then it becomes maybe exponential growth or balloons upward from there. But so like I said, I don't think 2017 will be the year that I'm able to go full time. I think for me, the money that I would need from a YouTube channel to feel safe about that, I would need probably 1 million views a year, at least. And based on kind of ratios and what I've seen, I'd be looking at anywhere between like 10,000 and like 40,000 subscribers. So we're probably about 15 times away from where I would really like to be. So I don't see that growth happening. It's not unprecedented on YouTube, but I don't really make the kind of content that's going to go viral and skyrocket us up to those heights. You know what I mean? But I do see growth happening. So I think I want to set goals, maybe realistic goals for the channel, based on creating videos that bring in views, right? So in 2015, I believe we went from about 70 to about 1,200 subs. So I gained about like a little over 1,000 subscribers. And then in 2016, we went down a little bit because of, I think, the experiment on Twitch and focusing more on that. We gained about 940, as I said, 943 subscribers, I think. So if I'm actually focusing on videos that bring in views, which more often translate to subscribers as well, I'd set a realistic goal of maybe 2,000 or 3,000 subs for this coming year. I'd like to set it at 3,000, but I'm afraid of not. I hate not meeting goals. And then a stretch goal would be like 4,000 or 5,000 subs. I mean, that would be over the moon if I gained 5,000 subs in a year. It's not, like I said, that's not, certainly not unprecedented. And with focusing on views and improving that kind of content and producing that kind of content, who knows? But those would be my kind of realistic versus stretch goals for subscribers. For views, which again is like more important, I'd maybe set a goal if we're focusing on videos that make views. So this year we had 186,000 views. I would say maybe, wait, was I saying a million? I think it's more like a million views a month. Sorry, I think I said a million views a year earlier is what I would consider for moving to full-time. I'm pretty sure it's a million views a month that I would need. But so for the year, for this next year, I would set a goal maybe of 300,000 as like a realistic goal, and maybe 500,000 or 600,000 as a stretch goal for the whole year. And so you can see how far we are now. If I'm setting a goal of 500,000 for the year in 2017, and to actually go full time, I need a million views a month. So twice that every month. You can see how I don't think it's realistic that we're going to go full time, that I'm going to be able to go full time as a creator in 2017. But I'm going to continue to improve the channel. YouTube content creation is my favorite thing. I love interacting with all of you. Thank you so much for all the comments. The recent support on the anti-birth series has been great. You guys are always super engaging and for the most part, super positive and nice and wishing me, Happy New Year and happy holidays and being very nice to my fiance for the most part. And you get the occasional internet trolls, but they breeze in, get banned and breeze out, or we get their comments removed or just ignored, and then we keep moving on with our lives. But for the most part, you guys, I'm very happy with the small little community we've crafted, and I want to continue making content for you, engaging with you, and growing the channel. And I hope you'll be here for all of 2017. I know you guys are busy too, and you have your own lives, and some people come in, watch the channel for a little bit, move on, watch somebody else, stop watching YouTube, move on to other things, whatever. But I hope many of you will stick around and hang out with me. I like hanging out with you, and I'm looking forward to 2017. That's all I have to say for right now. Setting goals, happy with 2016, super excited to get married, graduate, and continue building the channel in 2017. I hope you guys have a great 2017 and are having a great new year so far. And as always, I want to thank you so much for watching.